Bitcoin is moving here slightly again to the downside on this weekend, but I will show you something where I believe you have to be really, really careful and don't get fooled by the price action. And I also gonna give you an update on the trade calls that I have given you, because some of them literally just exploded. If you want to know what I'm talking about, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like this video, and also activate the bell so that you will never miss out on these really important updates. And now let me show you what I have found here today. So we're gonna start off with the 30 minutes chart. Here on the 30 minutes chart, we see that Bitcoin came yesterday back and moved here to $70,500. But you also see here that we have, since the new all-time high, a clear downward sloping resistance line that Bitcoin is respecting for now. So we are not able to break through this to the upside. And we see this here also with multiple retests after the move yesterday. And now Bitcoin is trying to find strength to tackle that level here again. Remember, the more often we test the level, the more likely it is that at some point we are breaking through that. It's like having a sledgehammer and hammering against the wall, you know, so at some point you will break through the wall. It's here the same thing with Bitcoin in this instance. So the trade setup that I've given you is technically still in play, but I'm waiting for the downward sloping trend line to be broken to actually enter this trade right now, because the trend line is kind of aligning with the entry level right now at $68,671. Once we come up here again. So I just want to see that Bitcoin breaks above that with a 15 minutes, 30 minutes candle close, and then I'm going to enter this trade here and trade this then all the way back to $73,000. So, but again, I'm waiting for this break here right now. So if we are getting this break today, I'm not really sure about that, but Monday, Tuesday, I would say that definitely we are going to get this break. We have also clear defined resistance above us here, for once 72,900 to 71,560 here on the 30 minutes chart, and the underlying support level is at 65,870 to 65,323. So this is on the shorter time frames. When we are moving then here to the 4-hourly time frames, here we're getting a better and clearer picture where we have exactly support and resistance on the higher time frames. And here you see we have here the top section of our all-time high, $74,000 more or less, and $73,000. That is right now the key level that we need to break to move into the next all-time high. But also Bitcoin needs to first reclaim here the daily open at $69,500. So we are $1,300 away from that. That's not how to say, yeah, it's not impossible that Bitcoin comes back today and goes to that level. But remember, this downward sloping trend line here needs to be broken for this to be happening, you know. So I'm watching closely right now here if we are getting a bullish divergence on the 4-hourly chart. So for now, you could make the argument that here is a small one, but I would like to see a little bit more strength in the RSI to confirm that. And also we need that break here above the downwards trend line to, to see this be playing out. The stochastic RSI is here a little bit indecisive, but it wants to turn around here again. So maybe give it another 2 candles to get a clear directional move here for Bitcoin. We have short-term support coming in below us at $62,380, and beneath that is the key support at $57,700 to $59,000. If we ever come back to that key support, this level here has definitely to hold. If we lose that, then things will get really, really ugly for the whole crypto market, not only for Bitcoin. And you will see this also already here on the short-term support. If we lose that one in the altcoins, so the altcoins will go absolutely haywire if we would lose that short-term support level here. If we should go long now or not, and that was what I meant, you should not get fooled by the price action. The price action is trying to scare you out of the market right now. And we have seen this times and times over and over again in the last bull runs, where you get some flash crashes or you get some grinding down price action, the same what we are seeing now, where you create lower highs here on the chart and insinuating for your mind that I should not long this right now, so I should wait until it's settled, so I should maybe I should go short, so but you have to look what also happened with the leverage in the market. So here on the on Coinalyze, the aggravated open interest got completely flushed out here and is now going sideways. So most of the leverage is out of the market right now, and that is a perfect reset to try to reposition yourself with new longs here for Bitcoin. I'm not saying right now is the best moment to do that. Remember, I want to see this downward sloping trend to be broken to go long here, and you should do the same. You should not go long before that. Also, when we're looking at the funding rate, they have completely reset. Even today, everything is green, which is telling you, if you find the right setup, that you can get into some long exposure here. But remember, it's the weekend. The weekend is more risk on than during the week right now, because we don't have inflows. We don't have any ETF inflows over the weekend. That is only retail driven and by AI and algorithms. So here you should be a little bit careful unless you see something that has completely bottomed out, like for example Injective yesterday, where you say, okay, this looks that it has bottomed. I would like to get into this. Then here, when we are going to the 4-hourly liquidation chart, here we see again a lot of people starting to short here right now, and that is exactly what we should not do, because the shorts densening up here again from $73,500 to like $78,000, and you see here this support level $67,550 in the short term. That for me, that has to hold until Monday, until the ETF providers can flush money again into the market. I don't want to see this to be broken. I have to admit, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do once this is broken. No, actually, I know when I look at this. So even if that's get broken, I will keep my positions unless we are breaking 65,000, let's say $700. If we are breaking below that level, closing a 4-hourly candle below that, that's where I start to panic a little bit and get out of my positions. Here on the liquidation heat map, there we see clearly the direction of the market right now. See here, even on the 24-hour chart, you see it clearly where the direction should be. Look how yellow this is. I have not seen this that yellow before on this chart here. So here is like $70 million in short liquidations at 70,250 to like 70,366. So that's a $100 spread. So I can tell you, if we're taking out that level, we're gonna see a short squeeze to like 71,200, 71,600, something like this, if we are tapping into that. When I go here to the weekly chart and also on the on this higher time frame, you see here clearly around 74 and 75,500. That is right now where everybody has their short liquidation. So I'm pretty sure by maximum early next week, we're gonna see a move up there just to liquidate and punish everybody that went here super short here again. When we're looking at the CME chart, then what we can see here right now is that the CME closed on Friday around the level where we are at right now. And something that piqued my eye is that we also closed here this imbalance in this red candle here. So this here is the imbalance. So that got with this wick on Friday completely filled. So that piqued my eye and thought like, CME now also starting to fill vector candles and imbalances in candles. So it's basically the same, it just depends how you want to call it. So I found this interesting. I will keep my eye on that if something like this keeps occurring on the CME chart. So but regardless, we closed at $68,200. Bitcoin is sitting right now at 68,200 more or less. So if we would open tomorrow as with the current price action, we would not have a CME gap and Bitcoin most likely would just continue to rally. Otherwise, the downside is in the moment a little bit favored. So it could be that we go a little bit lower. But again, I'm not convinced that we are breaking it completely down. let's say here to 65 something. I don't see that, you know. So a quick flush here again, a quick deviation to the downside, back up, and then tomorrow continuation. That is most likely what's going to happen here. But again, you should not get fooled by the price action over the weekend, because it looks to me like that big players just trying to force your hand and to squeeze you out of the market. Then here on the weekly chart, that is another reason why I believe that. Look at this ugly doji candle here that we have for this week. So, and we are hovering around the prior all-time high from 3 years ago. So, and remember what I told you. I told you if we are not managing to close above that level, most likely Bitcoin or potentially will go to the downside. So I'm not sure about this anymore, because everybody sees this, everybody is anticipating this. So it is also highly likely that we just continue something like this, fill the candle and continue to go higher from here into the halving. I'm going to show you in a second also another chart for this that potentially could give us a clue where we are going from tomorrow. So tomorrow is a really, really important day, also Monday, to understand where we are going over the next 2-3 weeks, depending on how we are opening on Monday, and also how the market is looking when the ETF providers pump more money again into this volatile market here. So, but again, this level is for me definitely important. If we are breaking through this or closing below that, then I know what to do, guys. The chart that I was referring to is here the monthly return for Bitcoins over the last couple of years. And you see here an average March gave a return of 13.12%. And you see here we were for a long time, every March, we were negative. And then the last time in 2020, and since then only positive. So of course, price action is not predicting future price action. It mostly only rhymes. So, but it looks like it, if we continue at this trajectory that we are on right now for this month, when we are halfway through the month, that we could close the month positively for March. And that would then also, again, solidify what I was saying, that we most likely going to see continuation to the upside, based that the leverage got completely flushed out and reset, and also that we of course still have the ETF buyers buying more and more and more. And now let's have a quick look here at some of my trades, guys. So you see on BYBIT, I'm still highly in profit with all my trades. I have added to some of my trades yesterday here. Sui was actually in profit today already, but now it's again a little bit in a loss here. But it only needs 3% to go into the upside to get to break even. So it's not a lot, guys. It's really not a lot. I opened a new trade here on a new meme coin called BYBIT. Yeah, so I did not put a lot of money in there. You see here like $600. I'm up $150. If this thing sitting at 2 cents at some point runs to $1, so I make quite a lot of money then, you know. So if this is another whiff, this will be crazy, you know. So I'm not expecting that this is going now to $1, because then this would be a $50 billion market cap coin. But who knows, you know. So I'm just playing around here. And guys, don't forget, if you want to follow any of my altcoin trades, especially the ones that I'm showing you now, trade with me on BYBIT. You still get $30,000 if you use my link down below here, and you are supporting the channel with that. And if you want me to take over your money on Margex and trade with it, then also use the link here down below. On Margex, we are maybe up, maybe slightly down. Yeah, we are still slightly down here on this trade that I opened today, but I believe that we're gonna also flip this here to the upside again. Here's also a small downtrend right now, but as long as we are staying here within that range, within the blue lines, everything is fine. If we lose the blue line, I'm gonna close that trade and open somewhere else a new one. But for now, we are fine when it comes to that specific trade here. And otherwise, if you cannot use BYBIT, then use BitGet or Phemex. And if you want just traditional copy trading, then go to FAIRDESK with the highest bonus in the industry of $120,000. All these links are in the pin comment below and in the description of the video, guys. On Ethereum, we see basically the same thing that's happening here with Bitcoin. We have here a downwards trend, an established downwards trend that needs to be broken. That is sitting around $3,720. That would also confirm, if we get up there, support from that VPVR from the volume traded area here. And the most important level to overtake right now for Ethereum to move here into a new all-time high is $3,900. So this is the level that Ethereum needs to break, that we continue to go up here. And let me tell you something here about Ethereum. Ethereum looks like, to me, here with that price action, like if we would start to form a bottom. It might take another couple hours, it might take until tomorrow, but this starts looking to me like that Ethereum is bottoming out here and wants to go to the upside. Hence why I also added again to my Ethereum position. I think around the levels where we are at here right now. I think at there somewhere, that's where I added a little bit to my Ethereum long position. Again, if you're not in Ethereum long, wait for the break of this downward sloping trend line here. Right now sitting at $3,710. Just be careful, there is the golden ratio just above us that is acting as resistance right now. So if you want to play it super safe, then wait for 3,762 to be broken. You can trade this then all the way up to the point of control, $3,900. And from there, either you take profit or you raise your stop loss to like 3,850 or something. And just lean back and watch what's going to happen when we get to $3,900. So that's up to you. But I reckon if we get there, we are going to smash it and go back to above $4,000 quite quickly in the next coming days here. Here at the 30 minutes chart, here I'm also looking for a bullish divergence. We tried to see a bullish divergence playing out here, but it failed. And now we have here on the 30 minutes chart a short-term resistance sitting here at $3,785, more or less where I also have the other resistance. So if we break this here also on the horizontal level, then most likely we're going to see a small pop here for Ethereum to the upside. Before I go into altcoins specifically, let's talk about the dominance. The dominance was nicely coming down today earlier, while Bitcoin was going to the upside. I really like that. Now we are seeing here a small bounce, which in return means that altcoins getting a little bit hammered now. And that has, of course, something to do with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is trying to fight to basically go higher again. And money is rotating from altcoins into Bitcoin. Hence, we see here this reaction right now. But nonetheless, I believe that this downward sloping resistance line will hold right now as resistance as long as Bitcoin is not trying to short squeeze to the upside. If we see a short squeeze, we will come back to the 54.32% level. But again, guys, we are really close to see here a rollover where we do something like this on the Bitcoin dominance chart. So that's basically what I'm waiting for, and hence why I'm holding all my positions, because at some point they are going to explode really heavily. Now here on the RSI heat map for altcoin, for the whole crypto market, you see Jupiter is quite high, Solana is quite overbought. You see a PIF is strong, Psi is strong, FDM is strong, AVAX is almost there, and here a lot of coins are right now down here, an oversold area or in the weak area. And here I start looking now at some coins. For example, Optimism has for a long time piqued my interest. Now that it's oversold on the 4-hourly RSI, I definitely gonna place some limit orders on this one. And do we have something else down here? Ethereum, maybe also Ethereum Classic and another one. Yeah, I'm already in LDO. And the other one would be, I think AGIX is also one that has my interest. Now, when we talk about coins from yesterday, see here, AVAX actually broke above that resistance level from the, actually, let me go into a lower time frame. Remember when I told you here within that resistance area that either you can start lowering this from the bottom here and have a tight stop loss, or you do it above that resistance area of $56.3. Now we are above that. On the 1 hourly, it also looks that we are going to get a bounce from there back to the upside and basically retesting this once again. And then the next level is $65.79. And I think this was $97.6. So these targets are still, and I believe also AVAX is going to run here over the next coming days into these targets. Now, when we're going to, what is this? INJ. INJ is also still above here the red line that I had marked out where I said enter there if you see that we are moving above this. So we are retesting this right now. Also here with the stochastic errors, I am about to give a buy signal over the next 10 hours. I would definitely start looking to ladder into a position here. So I have my position already highly in profit because I bought here in the support. But otherwise, this is your level right now where you want start buying. And if we go lower and back into the support area, then you just keep adding to your position. So don't blow all your money now directly into this. Do it slowly because there is a chance that we come back into the support area and you want to have some money left on the side to build this position exactly for there. So the targets remain the same here, $64 and $75. These are my next targets here. So now we get to the crazy part. Here Jupiter just smashed yesterday completely through everything and today. And we went straight to the golden ratio, which was our target of $1.44. So I really thought this will take much, much longer for Jupiter to get there. But we just ran completely through this here to the upside. So if you were able to take this trade, congratulations. That was like a 50% move almost. Yeah, no, that was a 50% move. So if you would have used 10x leverage, you made 5x your money, which is crazy, you know, so in a matter of a day on a coin like that. Another one that wanted to break out here today was Tau. Now it's coming back down here into the first take profit area, but also here the same with like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Wait for the break of this downward sloping trend line before you enter this. And here I would actually wait for a 1 hourly or 4 hourly close before I enter this position here, because here is also one resistance here at $651, which is like 4 or 5% above the current price. So I would wait for this level to be broken, and then I would just put in another take profit point here at $760, or maybe a little bit lower. Let's see, I would put, yeah, this looks good, $728. So there you have another 3 take profit points here to the upside. So this is an $80 move, that is 12% to the upside. That's also more than enough on Tau. Here, Say was another one that completely destroyed everything and went into the upside to $1.14. So again, remember, I told you guys, watch this downward sloping trend line. If it breaks, enter. I think it might have happened quite quickly. Oh no, here on the 15 minutes chart, you would have found an entry to get into this. So now we are consolidating here and grinding slowly downwards, but I believe around these levels where we are sitting right now here around $1, we might find support and also bounce back to the upside, and will then run into the golden ratio here, which is sitting at $1.31 and $1.33. AGIX is actually dropping here below the buy zone right now. Once this is coming back up here, this will be then a buy for me. I just don't want to see that we close the 1 hourly candle below that because that could signal that this is going lower. But I will start buying here a little bit, and then I will use the rest of my money once we are breaking this downward sloping resistance line here. And again, the targets are clearly here in the chart. They are remaining the same. You can stop the video if you want to see these numbers here. But overall, I believe this is also going to run here. Then RUNE is also back in the buy zone. Again, downward sloping trend line, try to break it, fail to do so, rejected. Now back in the buy zone. If you did not buy it now. Because here's also a symmetrical triangle forming. Yeah, see, here's a symmetrical triangle. But because we are coming out of a downwards trend, normally that means continuation to the downside. So also be careful here, have your stops slightly under this buy zone here at $80.58. That's where I would place, and just to make sure if we break through this and go lower, that you are protected. Then here Fetch also will give you a nice buy opportunity soon here on this 4 hourly chart. We most likely come back down here to $2.50 or even quickly below that. So I would maybe ladder some limit orders from $2.45 to $2.50. I will actually also add to my Fed position if we are getting there, because I still believe that next week Fed is going to run really hard, because we have the AI conference of NVIDIA coming up, and I can imagine that we see some sort of a small run into the conference happening. And guys, that's it basically already for most of these coins here for today. Yeah, I hope you got some value out of it. Let's see where the market is going today, and also what's happening tomorrow, and especially when the ETF money is coming back. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to talk about portfolio again, so you should definitely not miss out on that. So make sure that you are smashing the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again tomorrow.